What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Road to Glory Career Mode, Sheffield United, episode number 43. Today, we've just got games, transfers are all done now. Deadline day was last episode. Made a few good signings, to be fair. I'm quite happy with what we did. We didn't really need a lot of new players because, even though you could say, well, your side's not the best, but they do play very well, and that's why I find it hard to, kind of buy new players. It is kind of frustrating because I'm thinking, I could upgrade this position, but then I think, well, this guy, he's playing unreal, so why replace him? So I'm in a bit of a predicament, if that's the right word to use. It is a bit annoying as well, because I want to buy loads of new good players, but at the same time, I don't have the money for it, and, what position do I upgrade? Because like I said, the team at the minute is playing very well. Last season, we did really well, we won the league, and now this season, we've started off pretty strong as well, so it's going to be hard in January. We have brought in a few good players. One of them is Pritchard, who nearly scored there. He's from Norwich. I think he used to play for Tottenham, if I'm right in saying. But I think he's moved to Norwich in real life permanently, and now we've got him from them. He's 79 rated. Signed him for quite a lot of money, more than I wanted to, but, at the same time, I think he's worth it. But anyway, after the Dortmund game, we actually found out two of our better players were injured. Taylor and Maguire, both out for 3 months. They are going to be big misses. I mean, it's going to be hard now to replace them, because even though I tried to get a lot of backups, that means, I don't have, my backups are now starting, so I don't have any of them backups, which is, I know you could say, that could happen to any team, but, I ain't got a lot of kind of reserve players, good, alright quality reserve players on my reserves, so it is a bit annoying really, but, it's just what happens in football and sports, doesn't it? So, we're just going to have to move on. Anyway, Dortmund game, pretty boring, drew 0-0, not a lot going on. Dortmund, I thought, was actually rubbish. They just were. They didn't really show anything. I don't know if it's just because I defended well, or it's just they didn't really turn up. And it's kind of the same with Chelsea, really. As you see, Loftus-Cheek getting a goal, really good finish from against his old side. He made it 1-0 to us in the 36th minute. And like I said, Chelsea, they would played a lot like Dortmund. I don't get why really this episode. You'll see it in the last game as well. All my opponents this episode just didn't seem to turn up, and I mean, I'm not, kind of arguing against that, because I'm happy to take the 3 points against top teams. It's just, I was just surprised how all bad they'd played. I really was, and how well I dominated them. I mean, Chelsea, I had probably about a half a chance in that first half, and that was it. As you see, great tackle from Pritchard, steps up Phillips, and he finishes it off and makes it 2-0. So, I mean, a bit of a mistake from Chelsea, but, you'll take it every day of the week. That made it 2-0. That was kind of game, set, and match. I mean, you could say it was kind of game, set, and match after the first goal, because, they were rubbish. They really were. And, it's still on that trend, and it's still happening in FIFA, where if you play against a team that's not started in the Premier League and you get promoted, then the bigger teams like Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal all play rubbish teams against you, and they're substitutes and reserve players. And for me, it is a bit annoying and frustrating, because you think, why are they doing that? We won the league last year. Why can't EA program that to think, we've got to play a top team against them? I just don't get it. It's just not realistic whatsoever. I mean, they did have a few good players on the pitch. I mean, they had Quartar in goal. Aubameyang was up front. But then he had, the right back, Todd Kane. I mean, he's not even 70 rated on this game, and he's playing right back for him. I really don't get it. I mean, I know I'm probably seem like I'm ranting here, but I am, to be fair, because, like I said, it is a bit annoying when you go against these top sides, and you want, you want kind of the same viewing and as you guys, because you expect to, obviously, when you watch this episode, to see the top teams and the top players, and it's the same when I play. I expect to play against the top players, and it's just not happening. Again, look, you see the Man U side, they've just got a load of substitute players on. Fusa Mensah, for some reason, he decided to play, didn't he? I don't know what FIFA are thinking in this department, because it's just one of those things they need to sort out. And like I said, it is very frustrating. But anyway, we won 3-0 against Chelsea, so far so good this episode. Played 2 top sides in Dortmund and Chelsea, got 4 points out of 6. So we was away from home at Dortmund. We was at the big yellow wall, as they call it. That stand that holds like 25,000, which is just unreal. I mean, how can a stand hold that much? That's as much as my team, Hull City. That's as big as the KCOM Stadium. It's just mad. But anyway, we took the lead against Man U. Really good header from Dembele here. He gets another goal for the season. He stepped up a bit this season. I'm kind of glad, because I'm kind of moaning and ranting on about how he wasn't turning up, he was being sloppy, he just wasn't in the game a lot. And this season he has come on a lot. He's starting to get into the game, he's starting to score a lot more goals for me, so I'm kind of happy with that. And you'll see here actually Man U do go and score their goal. Took a massive deflection. Juan Mata was the scorer. Well, actually you thought it was, but it went down as an own goal. As you see here, it isn't showing you the goal scorer, because they sometimes do it with FIFA where they say like it came off this guy, he's got 0 goals for the season, and then they just don't show anyone, and this time they didn't show anyone. So Juan Mata made it 1-1. Very frustrating, but it ended up being quite a good finish actually. Hit the crossbar, went over the line. I was thinking at first, friggin' hell, he scored that, but on the replay, obviously showed a blatant deflection. But anyway, very, very late on, we actually got a penalty. Phil Jones brought, I think it was Phillips down, and Dembele actually stepped to the mark and scored a goal. So we got a really, really late penalty, and that basically bagged us the 3 points, which is just incredible, because we've played against Chelsea in Man U's episode in the league, and we've got maximum points off them. So we're doing very well. We need to keep up this form though. We can't let any slips, because that's what we did last season. We started off really well, then we dipped in form, and we let a lot of the teams kind of catch up on us, and we kind of can't do that this season, because we nearly actually didn't win the league. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please like and subscribe if you are new, and guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!